Hey there, so let's take a look at this resume and start just going through it step by step and see what we can do with it. This person happens to want to focus on investment banking. And so we're going to use this time here with the resume to convert this into an investment banking focused resume. But you could take this resume in any direction that you wanted to. So let's just start off and see what we see. What I'm going to do is just zoom out here and see how much content we have here. Oh my goodness, we have 2 pages of content. And for somebody who's worked for less than, say, 10 years, we want to bring this down to 1 page. So we're looking at somebody who has had some internships. And so what that means is that this needs to be consolidated onto 1 page. Let me just move forward here. So the first thing I notice is, again, with the formatting, we got the size of the doc, the number of pages of the document, and then the color is in gray. So let me actually go through and see if we can do something about that. Let's go through here and change this all to black. It's a good place to start. We want to make it as easy as possible to read. And then what are we going to do to kind of reduce the size of the document? Well, that's that we need to go in here and take a look at what's actually written in order to understand that. So if we take a look, we see here there's a lot of information here from years ago that may or may not be relevant. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to remove that. Let's go ahead here and start tracking the document so that we have a record of that. So I'm just going to remove that, because for now, I know it's going to take up a lot of space, but we may want to bring this back later because there might be some relevant information here, like machine learning work that was done, etc. So I'm just going to close that or delete that. And I'm going to open up a new document and just save that piece of information in case it's useful later. Now let's come in through here and see what else we can do here. We've got an exchange program with some information here about courses. I'm going to say let's remove that because, again, we're looking at data science emphasis here. We're looking to move into investment banking. So I'm going to go ahead and actually delete that entire exchange program experience, because this person is now formally at a university, a master's program. I'm just going to remove this for now because, well, I might come back to it later. I'm just going to remove that for now. So let's make sure that I'm tracking the changes. All right, so removing that as well. I'm going to take that over to this extra document here. And boom. All right. So now we are getting back to a smaller document. Let's see here. We're still on 2 pages. We have some space here that we can regain, hopefully. Let's see here. I need to show okay, I need to be able to go through that. All right, so what do we have here? Experience, professional experience begins most recent is 2019. So what we need this individual to do, because I understand they have some project experience because they're in a school setting, I'll need this person to come in and add some additional project experience. So let's come in here and add, for now, placeholder project. So project 1, so estimate, I'm just going to guess estimate of enhancement of sales, Nike store sales using machine learning. Just going to guess as a potential project what that might be. And what we're going to do here, importantly, is we're going to take this experience. We're not going to call it professional anymore. We're just going to call it experience. That way, you can put project experience and paid experience, so non-paid and paid project and work all together into onto one category called experience. And we can choose what types of experience we want to have there. If this person wants to work in investment banking, then what they can do is they can do some projects such as valuation work. So maybe we want to change this to valuation recommendation of merger of company A and B. And then there could be several bullet points here relating to the project work that was done. Developed model, and this would be like result, whatever the result was. So identified accretive M&A opportunity, raising, increasing valuation, 5 billion, 20% by, and then modeling using DCF and comparables analysis. For example, this person may have no investment banking experience whatsoever, but if they went now to go do a project and get that on their resume as a project, that would greatly enhance their profile. And you could see here that that would be really meaningful because this person up until now has 2019 work experience. So we want to come and take this, and you could have a 2020, 2021 work experience there. And that would be meaningful for that person to have that on the resume. So let's just add that, and just for now, a placeholder there. We can come back and work on that later. I will actually come in here and just we'll color code this. I'll highlight it, make it red. Why not? Stand out. And then maybe, yeah, that's fine. And then what else could we say about this? Well, we've got several bullet points here, which we have not really gone into to find out if they have the results by action taken format, which I like to use so much. We've got school community leadership activity. There's a lot of that, a lot of honors and awards here. What else can we use to make things easier for us to get down to one page? Well, I'm going to have to just say we need to remove some of this info. So this could be interesting. Purchase experience. I'm just going to remove these 2018 awards because those are some years ago now. Oops, I'm just going to remove the awards and I'm going to remove the leadership experience. And I'm going to take that over to our blank page here. We don't need to remove this information totally, but we can simplify the process. All right. So that's our extra page of extra information. All right. So here we are now. We're still on 2 pages, but we're almost done. We can almost call this one-page document. There we go. We are now on 1 page, everybody. Fantastic. All right. So now we want to take a look at what we can do to introduce a professional statement. So we're still working on basically the structure or the body, the layout of the document. So we want to come in here and add a professional statement. Now, I love professional statements because they are not what you would expect from a recent graduate. And that's why I like them, because they show a strong degree of focus that the person has. Let me see if I can also bring in, okay, that line there. So this professional statement would relate to their interest in doing investment banking. So let's say accomplished financial modeler and MS candidate. Accomplished financial modeler and MS candidate, focused on growing the P&L, profit and loss, P&L of the corporate finance team through great attention to detail and strong communication skills. And we could just remove accomplished. Financial modeler and MS candidate, focus on growing the P&L of a corporate finance team. Growing corporate finance team. Yep, it's fine. Through attention to detail, and then experienced, and then consistently successful in developing PowerPoint presentations, and related analyses. And that doesn't sound, that might, to you, that might not sound very exciting. PowerPoint presentations, really? That's my professional summary? Well, that's what investment bankers do. Investment bankers at the relatively junior level, they do a lot of work related to PowerPoint presentation development and analyses. And someone looking to get hired should show that they're very interested in doing that kind of work. Otherwise, people will maybe not appreciate their capacity to really sit down and focus on that work. They're not there to make deals or close deals at this point. They're there to support the deal making. And so we can talk about growing the P&L or supporting the deal flow, focus on growing the P&L of a corporate finance team, meaning doing deals through great attention to detail and strong communication skills. Those are the things that people are looking for. And then here, in terms of the skills, what we're not going to emphasize as much is there's a lot of skills here, which we can include, right? We usually want to bring those up to the top. And it's not considered other information at this point. I'm just going to go ahead and move that up to the top here. Right there under professional summary, we're going to talk about the skills and tools. So I will come in here, I'll just copy this first line and bring it down here and then call this skills and tools. Oops, skills and tools. And then we want to come in here and mostly focus on the financial tools. So we want to talk about, we don't need to have we can have skills could be, these could be analytics, and those could be, and then analytics, and we'd probably, that's fine for now. When we talk about valuation, we talk about DCF, M&A, and LBO modeling. So that's the valuation work that comparable analyses and then packages. You'll let's call that merger market. And then what are some other tools here that are relevant to the individual? Let's just open up a new window here. And let's look at merger market. What are some of the other products out there? Merger market is one to become familiar with. S&P Capital, right? S&P merger market tools. Let's see what else. Merger market, and what else? S&P Capital IQ would be another one. Let's go back to that document. Larger market, S&P Capital, IQ. Anything else here? We can think of others as we go. So just getting that in there. Again, we're trying to position this person to have a particular focus and get people interested in this person's profile. Financial modeling. There we go. Packages, analytics. And then these, this is all good. This is all nice. The ability to make quick yet sound decisions, communicate negative, adverse messages. I probably wouldn't include that as a feature of my profile. What I'm going to say here is we're going to delete this because this is what everyone is going to bring to the opportunity and is not specifically going to make you stand out. But could be good. Alternative investment product due diligence, that could be good. So let's just bring that over to our other page here where we're storing information. I'm going to bring this down here and just kind of store it right there. All right, back to our document here. I'm going to remove language because we don't have a lot of space yet, and it'll be understood that the person speaks English. Let's see here, and then I'm going to bring, the person is a student, but I'm actually going to bring this education down to the bottom. As well, I might actually think about it. I'm going to bring it down to the bottom because I think now traditionally that education would be at the bottom if you've already graduated. I think it's reasonable to give people what they really want at the beginning, which was evidence of a fit. The attendance at a school doesn't necessarily establish that they're a good fit for that role. We want to really focus on what these people need and want. And if it's corporate finance, investment banking, they really want the ability to develop models and do related analyses. So we need to give that to the people right there at the top. So financial modeler, so we can call this proficient or skilled. All right, financial modeling, packages, analytics, fine, experience. And then I recommend adding in recent experience there. That would, and if this person has no experience doing a project, would be a big thing to do now to brand themselves accordingly. That would be very helpful. Let's see, 2021. All right, Peltas Partners. Now let's go into this more recent experience. So we want to focus on, as I go through this, we want to look at producing a format for the bullet point, which is results, whatever that is, by, and then action taken, whatever that is, whatever that action taken was. So I'm just going to put this here and put this in red for now. All right, so, and then we're going to try to move things up a little bit. So I'm going to move this up one level to give this person some more space. I'm going to move that over here. And I'm going to move this onto the same line you see as this. Instead of giving the location an entirely unique line, I'm just going to paste that there. And I might have to fix it a little bit later, but that's okay. Can I have my cursor, please? Okay, thank you, cursor. All right, so remote data analytics intern. So would we leave that there? We could call this data analytics intern and just put it remote there. We wouldn't have to lead with the term remote, although that can stay there relevant. So let's look at the results by action taken format. Is this being observed here, and how can we introduce that into the document? Let's just look at what they're saying here. Handle data modeling for cryptocurrency hedge fund investment strategy. Okay, handle data modeling. Analyze historic value of the largest cryptocurrencies by market cap. Okay, so that's an action taken. And so this is what I call all action. This is called action taken. But what is the result, right? That's what we want to emphasize here is, can this person come up with a result of that work? Result by, and then what is that result? So the result by is kind of really important here. The result. What is the result? And so this would be so let's see, identified potentially profitable defined investment with, for example, 55%, which would be huge, 55% ROI. Identified investment, call this potential investment, $100 million, whatever the money amount they were playing with. Identified potential $100 million investment, 55 ROI. Buy, and then this would be the action taken. And then we have to come clean this up to understand what that action taken would have actually been. Do we really need to go and analyze all the detail about historical value, et cetera? It would basically just be by modeling data, modeling what? By modeling what? Modeling what would be the question? What specifically was the modeling done for? Was that we have to understand what was just more detail than cryptocurrency hedge fund strategy? Because if there was a modeling done, let's just kind of understand what that is. Analyzed, benchmark against, right? So looked at these different indices and benchmarked against these other returns. That's fine. Maybe we can get more specific about that. Applied knowledge of MATLAB, right? Okay, that's another action taken. And so that's going to be less helpful to us. Analyze graduate students' gender admission trends. I'm going to say that can be removed because, again, we're just talking about an internship. We don't need 4 or 5 different bullet points. So I'm just going to remove that because that doesn't relate specifically to an investment banking mandate or investment banking work. So I'm going to come out here and I'm just going to put that over at the top here. Just going to remove that and put it right. Oh, thought I had that. Did I not have that? Going to remove that and paste that here. Okay. And then analyzed motor vehicle crashes. Okay, that's true that you probably did that within this work, but again, how relevant is that? I'm not sure how relevant that is. So I'm just, for now, I'm going to remove that, bring that over here. Now back to the document. Okay, so one thing here to figure out is what was this result here, whatever that result was. Let's try to get to a result. If we can remember or guess or estimate, guess with some support or explanation, that would be completely fine. Nankai Research Center. Research assistant. Okay. Participated. First of all, this would need a bullet point. We need some sort of, and again, we'll figure out what the bullet point indentation is. We probably, let me just go ahead and take a look at that now. We want to come in here and play with that indentation a bit. So if I come in here, I want to have a left indentation of about 0.1 and then 0.1 hanging. See if that gives us what we want. That's looking fine. I'm just going to go ahead and apply that down here to these other bullet points. So it just lines up nicely. Again, the bullet point should be slightly indented and they don't need to be that big. So what I might, the other thing I would say here is, wow, we're looking at a 10-point font document, much too small for the eye to read. So let's come in here and make sure it's all Times New Roman and at least 11-point font. And of course, that's going to bring us down to, kind of blow up. It will blow up the format a bit. I should have caught that earlier, but that's what we're working with here. So that's fine. And then I think we want to just make sure that this is all right. Left adjusted. All right. So then, okay, we're working with 11-point fonts, guys. At least 10-point fonts, way too small, way too small. And then come in here. And that's all right. Looking a little bit better here. Nankai Research Center for Health and Economics. And again, we want to bring the date up to the top here to this area. And then There we go. And then we can fix some of these things later. Research assistant. Okay, oops, what's going on here? Research assistant. And then this can be bold or not. And then I'm gonna just bring the location out there. Hope you're having fun watching this. This is a lot of fun for me. Let's go in here. China, right. Participated. Somehow that's not behaving the way I want it to. Let me go ahead. I might play with these again later, but let me just come in here and this is really weird. This is a glitch. Some sort of a glitch. Let me just control X. Not sure what's going on with that. I'm just gonna delete that, try. See if I can get this back in there. Huh. That is really weird. Really weird. Some weird stuff going on here in this resume. All right, maybe that'll work. Let's try it again. Okay, we got something here. Participated in this project. Okay, what was the results? Reforming. What does it mean to reform individual accounts? Okay. So we need to have a result by, and then action taken. And this currently is reforming individual accounts. I'm not sure what that means. So we're going to have to ask for help there when we talk to the individual. Summarize the evolution of medical security policies across various regions. Okay. Did you produce a report? We could put this all in one line. Produced report summarizing and then we don't care about so much about evolution, but summarizing, produced overview, just say it, overview of medical security policies, produced national overview, national medical security policies. All right, presented overview. We could say produced and presented overview of medical policy. I'm not sure how medical policies, generally to senior manager. And that sounds better because when we can say that, we can say that we have some communication, some presentation preparation skills, and some communication skills, which is very good. Now, and we have more work to do here. So we need to look at what the result was. So a result for this could be a proposal was emerged. For example, produced, let's see, call it supported proposal, or supported, say, $50 billion expansion of national healthcare. I mean, it's going to be a larger number than that, whatever that is, but supported bill, maybe it's a bill or policy. Supported research leading to $50 billion expansion of national health mandate, or whatever language, we'll figure that out by, and then whatever the action taken. And then this could be something that is added in there to refer to the report that was done or the research that was done. And then we have something similar here. Again, we're going to move this up to the top right here as a date. Again, we want to save a line here. And then we want to move this right here. And then bring this back onto the same line as so. Again, we're not playing around with the bold or not bold information here. Data analysis intern, we call this data analytics intern typically. And then again, we have a bunch of actions taken. We need to find out what the results were. So this individual will need to go back and figure that out. So we can have a bullet point here. This could be what they did. Fine. Let's go ahead and oops, I don't need that to be all bold. Not what I needed. Let me just go ahead and copy this one then. And produce the same effect here. Oh, but I don't need bold. Let me just go. I don't need highlights. All right, studied and analyzed. Okay, clauses of 10 insurance companies. That was action taken. And then when you say studied, okay, that's fine. Maybe we can get more specific there. I don't know yet. I will talk to this person, results, whatever those results were, and then concluded labels of the insurance clauses. Okay, we need to figure out the language here in English that will actually work, more technical, more specific to the industry. Not sure what concluding labels means at this point. Maybe that's something I'm missing, but I think we can be more specific there. So we can figure out what that should be. We'll have to talk about that. Can we get some space here? Okay, well, we'll have to figure out how we can introduce bullet points. What if I press the bullet point button? Doesn't work. Very interesting. Some strange formatting going on in this document. Let's see here. See if I can go back and fix that for now. And then something weird going on there. Okay. Now here again, entry-level rotation program. Again, we don't need 3 lines to describe all this. We have 4 lines describing something that we only really need 2 lines to describe. So let's save this person some space here, put that on the same line. And then this could be brought up 1. And then this can be, again, on that same line. Again, we just saved some information there. Let's see if I can, nope. Come in here quickly, format it. So I press Control-Shift-C to copy even the formatting, and Control-Shift-V to paste the formatting. And I see what's going on here now. All right, so we have those 2 bullet points, and we're still on two pages here. So we're going to have to figure out how to take care of that. And we will. Just go ahead and highlight that in red. Prudential Financial Group, entry-level rotation program, and then again, results. And this person may need to go back and have some conversations with these people. To figure out what the result was. They may have to go back and read their old notes or open up their old computer. Demonstrated excellent research teamwork skills and innovation abilities by participating in investment competition. Okay. This is interesting, but this could be discussed and presented verbally in an interview. It does not require that we actually have that on the document. So I'm just going to take this and among the Prudential experience, just copy that, put it down there. And so we're getting closer here. We still have a lot of space. Let's see if I can just remove that, but that reduces the header there as well. So I need to just have this different first page. Different first page, and then, oops, you want to keep that. Let's see here, if I can go in and that keeps it. I'll go and figure that out in a minute. So we have the professional summary, we have the skills and tools, experience, need to figure that out. Need to figure out some of that text. This, again, not sure what, I mean, that's helpful. We need to figure out what belongs there. USC, Los Angeles, California, and this is going to be, again, we need to expected. The location can be there, that's fine. Expected. December 2022. And then Los Angeles, California can be, that's really not, I mean, the location can be simply here. Is completely fine. And then, so we save ourselves some space there. Let me just delete this a little bit. All right. Master of Science candidate. All right, the relevant courses. Again, if we're looking at investment banking, first of all, we're going to have all of these things described already inside our skills and tools. So we're just going to delete that here. And then we're going to try to see if we can save space here as well. So I'm going to come up here, take that date, delete it, paste it here on the same line as the school. There we go. And it just needs to read the year. It doesn't have to be all this detail, just the year, completely fine. And then Tianjin can be here on this line. Again, we're just trying to consolidate the space here. And I feel so sad. It's so satisfying to do this when I can save a whole line of text. I'm just feeling really happy. Now something is going on with the formatting here, and I'm not exactly sure what it is, why this formatting line isn't behaving. We'll have to figure that out in a minute. Let's see here. Can I get out there? Yeah, I can get out there now. All right. But again, I'm not sure. Do I want to get out there? What if I adjust that? Does that, okay, yeah, still not exactly what we want. All right, fair enough. And now I'm going to delete this header. Actually, what I think I want to do is I want to remove this as a header. I don't want actually a header to be here. So I'm going to copy all of this. I'm going to delete it because I don't want a header. I do not want a header. I want to remove the header. So I don't want a header in this document because it's just a little bit confusing. I'm just going to go without a header. And that's going to help me save some lines here. I'm not going to have a second page with a header. There we go. So I brought this now down all to one page. Woohoo! Who thought that this was possible? And of course, we have more work to do, and we will do more work on this. But this is a start. And so then the next step is to speak with the individual and see where we can identify some results, refine some language, and turn this person's profile into an investment banking focused profile. Analytics can be there. I mean, I'm okay with analytics being there because it's relevant. You know, analytics are being used increasingly in investment banking, so having that skill is definitely welcome. Let's see here. So all for now, and I will see you over in the next training.